Hi guys, Saki with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Arena Valley Extreme. I'm starting in the bottom right corner playing as the Soviets. Now this is a very old video, one of the ones I've been meaning to show for quite a while but just didn't get round to it. Now we did switch aftermath units on for this game, and that completely changes the way you approach the game, because when aftermath units is switched on, not only does it give you aftermath units, which doesn't really change that much I guess as Soviets, so you do get shock troopers, but the big change is that it changes the building speed. When aftermath units is switched on, you don't get any speed building bonuses after you build 2 war factories, 2 barracks, 2 construction yards. After that, unless you want to build some spares, there's going to be no increase in building speed. And you could see there, I was letting some scouts get through, so I'm going to need to sort of block them. That's why I built a couple of extra infantry, just to find out where they are. And I'm just clearing everything off and just having a look around. And I have to be very careful because it is a free-for-all match, so anyone can attack anyone. I could be attacked from the left, I could be attacked from above. I've got Tesla to the top and Flo to the left of me, because we did have our positions be set. And you can see I'm getting that second war factory down, and once I've got that second war factory down, I will have the maximum building speed for tanks that I'm going to have in this game, so there'll be no point in building any extra war factories unless I got one destroyed or I want to have one spare. And now I'm going to be getting that large power plant down, and you can see I've built in a couple of ore trucks, and I'm going to build a Tesla coil down now just to keep my base a little bit more safe. So I'm building a decent economy. I don't expect the players that I'm playing with to be attacking super early, which was why I had time to build that second war factory and 2 ore trucks. And once I start getting some Teslas down, it just gives me a bit of protection from the allied players who could go in with a light tank rush, because Tesla coils are very strong against light tanks. So you can see me getting a second large power plant down there, so I can build another Tesla coil. And I'm starting to get some heavy tanks out now. Remember, I'm actually at the fastest building speed, so it doesn't matter. Also, what building a Tesla coil allows you to do, in addition, is it allows you to build shock troopers. So when my economy gets strong enough, I'll be starting to add shock troopers in there, along with my heavy tanks. And those shock troopers are very, very good in tank battles. But first of all, I'm going to get a service depot, because a service depot will allow me to build an extra construction yard, so I can have double the building speed of structures, which will allow me to expand my economy quite quickly. And now that I've got the service depot, I'm going to be able to build an MCV. And that's one of the reasons I built those 2 Tesla early on, is I just needed that bit of protection while I build the MCV, because when you build the MCV, that takes time away where you could be building tanks. So I just wanted to get those 2 Tesla down in case I got attacked in that period, while I have a few less tanks. So we've got that construction yard out now, and we're going to deploy that, and I'm going to get double the structure building speed. Unfortunately, I don't really have the economy. Maybe I could have microed those ore trucks a little bit better and got a few more of the gems, but I can see there's not too many gems around, but in that set ore patch, usually the other ore patches are a little bit better, the ones to the left. And as soon as I start getting like a couple more ore refineries down, I'm going to be absolutely fine for ore. And I'm going to get another ore refinery just to the bottom left of my base on the 3rd ore patch. But yeah, you can see my army building up now. And I'm just keeping an eye on everything all of the time. So yeah, we'll get that another ore refinery. I'm just going to build a power plant as well to make sure I've got plenty of power. Because if you get low on power, not only does it stop the Tesla coils from working, it also slows your building speed, so you won't be building units as quickly. But yeah, you can see my economy is starting to stack up a little bit. And when it starts to really stack, that's when I can start building shock troopers. Because shock troopers, although they're very powerful, they do cost a lot of resources. So I do really want to make sure my economy is very strong before I start building them. But yeah, they will add a lot of value to the battle. And now I'm going to be starting to send my tanks up north. Because I think that's where Tesla is. The player, that is. And yeah, just expanding my base now. I'm also going to get a radar dome down so I can see what's going on in different parts of the map, although I don't have too much map visibility because I didn't really scout that much. I probably could have done a lot better job of scouting at the start just to see what was going on. And yeah, we can see there's blue there to the left of me, and there's green. He's got some tanks up there, and I'm just building another Tesla just for a bit more defense. Just because when you're sort of like in free-for-alls, when you go for one player, you could also get attacked by another player. So you do have to be very, very careful. And now you can see me expanding towards that ore patch towards the middle. And now that I've got like 6k ore, you can see it's really stacked up. So I'm going to start building those Tesla, well, the shock troopers. I like to call them Tesla troops because they fire Tesla. They're also very powerful because they can't be squashed either. And now, yeah, it's just a case of waiting. And I was going to actually build a submarine there, but unfortunately we can see that green has got some... Yeah, he's got some... That's a problem. That is a big problem, because if he's got cruisers, it makes it very hard to attack him. And really, I should have been going for that water earlier on. And what I'm trying to do is try to build some sub-pens so I can build some submarines and just take the water. But you can see as soon as those sub-pens go up, he's starting to build cruisers. And those cruisers do so much damage, it's really hard to place them. And I think I'm going to have to just go for the attack now. There's some radar jammers up there, actually. So we're going for the attack now. Let's see what green has got. He seems to have a mixture, actually, of different things. But he's got radar jammers, he's got light tanks, he's got medium tanks. And let's see how this goes. The heavy tanks are doing quite well, and it does look like we're starting to take them out. He does seem to be a little bit stationary. I think he's focusing on other things, maybe what's going on in the water. Maybe he's trying to take out some more buildings using his cruisers. And now we're going up further up to his base. He doesn't seem to have much left. We'll have to be able to see how much damage we're able to do here. He seems to, yeah, he's lost quite a bit now. And does he have anything left to defend with? We can see some light tanks there, but we're getting more into his base. You can see he's also got some base defences there, like turrets. Because he's playing as allies, so they have no real strong base defences. We can also see a service depot there, so he's got an extra MCV, and I do think that MCV at the bottom there is one of those extra MCVs. We'll manage to destroy one of his war factories, and now we're going to go further up into his base. I'm just having a look on the radar dome as well. I can see some blue towards the left of my base. So I don't know if they're going to go for the attack. And we managed to take out the tech centre. So if he had got satellite, then he'll have no map vision. But I don't know if he had time to get that yet. But we're just working our way into his base. Obviously, he would have wanted tech centre also to build those cruisers, because you do need that. And we managed to take out quite a lot of his base. We're taking out his barracks, and he should have a construction yard up here, but we also saw he had a construction yard further down, so we managed to take that out also. And while he's doing it, you can just see I'm building Tesla like crazy, because I do know those blue tanks could attack at any point in time. It depends if they're going to be having a fight on the left side of the map. And now let's go back to the bottom. We can see there's a couple of war factories there, so I don't know if those were extra war factories which were there anyway, or whether he's just built them. And now my Tesla troops, my shock troopers are coming in, and they do quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately though, if those cruisers start to fire on them, they will be killed very, very quickly. And you can see my forces are starting to be whittled down now. There's just too many cruisers. There's another war factory up there. I think this is going to be the 5th war factory I've destroyed so far. And I do think green must be quite low on funds, because I have taken out a lot of economy, and his ore trucks will now be going to the same ore refineries. And I'm just trying to take out all his ore refineries before I lose my tanks, which are almost done now. And yeah, the ore trucks seem to be still moving, so he's still got some ore refinery at some place. And yeah, that hasn't worked too well for me so far, so I'm going to need to sort of regroup now. I'm just trying to see what's going on there. But as you can see, he does have a gap generator, and we've got that MCV, that construction yard, just next to the lake, so it's got defence of those cruisers. So that puts me in a bit of a difficult position. I've waited a bit too long. What I should have done is I should have been a bit attacked a bit earlier, because when you play as allies, that's quite a common thing to do, to put cruisers in that lake. So I should have been on top of that a bit sooner. That was a bad play from me there. And those cruisers are going to provide a bit of issues if I try to expand, obviously, because they can just destroy buildings very, very easily. And you can just see how easily they were able to take out my tanks. I've also got those blue heavy tanks to the left of me, which I need to just keep an eye on. Now, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start building some airfields. And this was quite a while ago, so they're not going to be nice in neat orders. I know some of you in the comments don't like it when I sort of scatter them about, but they are going to be a little bit scattered. Oh, that one was okay. Yeah, and you can just see those cruisers have really built up in number. And yeah, now we're starting to build MiGs. And the reason we're going to build MiGs is we're going to try and get that construction yard. And we're going to get spy plane as well, because what you can do is you can send a spy plane over, and what it does is it shows you the area for a very short period of time, and you can send your MiGs over in that time. I'm going to have to wait a little while for my MiGs to get built, because obviously the building speed doesn't increase after 2 airfields, so I won't be building those MiGs that much faster. So yeah, I'm just waiting for them to get built so far, and I built a few more than I need, just because I want to make sure that construction yard goes down. I do think he will have some defences there. And yeah, we can see now we're going to try and obviously get the spy plane over. Right, and that didn't go as well as we thought. And what I do see is he does have a lot of rocket troopers, and we can see I think there's going to be a Tanya from blue maybe there. That's what I think when I've got to see one of those blue helicopters, but I can't see any Tanyas for now. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my tanks up, and I'm probably going to take them down. I'm also going to destroy that blue chopper just in case there's a Tanya that decides to run down to my base. And we'll have to see what we can do. We can also take out some of Red Green's economy. So there's one of his ore trucks going back to his original ore patch. So we'll take that out and just limit the ore. So now what we're trying to do is we're trying to take a long route around and try and attack from the top of his base, because I think that's where we'll be able to do the most damage. And there we can see he's got that large power plant there, so we'll go down here, and that'll hopefully divert us away from a bit of the, well, we'll get a little bit less fire this way. And now we're going down into his base. We can see there's quite a lot of power plants here, but yeah, you can see there's those rocket troopers, and we're sort of, yeah, going the long way around, I guess. And just getting a bit of more map vision, I guess, as we do this. We'll be able to see more of the map and see how far Green has expanded. And yeah, we can see he's really confined to like a small area, and there he's got his 2 war factories. So we'll try and take those war factories out. Let's see how we do here. And we will be in the range of the cruisers now, unfortunately. So he'll probably start firing on us soon. So those tanks will have a limited time. And we're taking out those 2 war factories. And now we're just trying to get in as much as we can. And yeah, we're going to squash some of those troops. And we're going to try and get as close to that MCV and just do as much damage as we can at this point. But we're having a little bit of trouble here. Just so many buildings in a close space. And now you can see those rocket troopers in, and he's also got a couple of turrets there. And you can just see with those cruisers firing on us, it's been very hard for us to make any inroads. And now we're going to try and go for that. And I've sent some paratroopers down, so those paratroopers are fired on by the rocket troopers, and now my MiGs come in, and that construction yard goes down. And that's big, because now he's got both his war factories have been destroyed from that tank attack. His construction yard has gone down, so that means Green is effectively out of the game. And yeah, we can see he's left now. So that was... Well, we put some paratroopers down there. The rocket troopers started firing on the paratroopers instead of the MiGs. We sent the MiGs over. They destroyed the construction yard. We'd already taken his war factories out with our tanks, and that was good game. And now we have blue and yellow still in the game. Yellow playing in the top left and blue in the bottom left. And we can still see those blue heavy tanks there. So yeah, I'm just in my base at the moment, so it depends whether they've been fighting. I'm just having a bit of a look there, a bit of a nosy. Let's see if we can go for that construction yard. So we've got our MiGs going over. We'll see if he's got any base defences, I don't know. Because I haven't really been focusing on him. And now I can start expanding my base again. And our construction yard goes down. So he probably, I will think that he will have built some other construction yards in this game, because it's been quite a long game, and usually in free-for-all matches you do that. So we'll have to wait and see. Right at the minute, what I'm doing is I'm just expanding to the ore patch where Tesla was, just take his territory. And I can also see a yellow object moving up there as well, so maybe yellow is moving an MCV up there. But now I'm going to go for blue. I'm taking my tank force forward. I've also got some Tesla troops with me that do a lot of damage. Although if he does build missile launchers, they can do a lot of damage to Tesla troops because they can kill big groups at once. However, my forces are much smaller than earlier because I did lose quite a lot when I was fighting Tesla. So we'll just see how many tanks blue has. I think blue was fighting yellow a bit earlier because of what yellow was saying in the chat. And now we're going to go in for the attack. We can see some blue reinforcements coming in from behind. He's also got some Tesla coils defending his base. So let's see how this goes. What we'll try and do is move our tanks around as much as we can. We've also got our Tesla troops in there, and they will do some great damage. And it looks like it's going quite well for us right at the moment. And those tanks are moving around enough, which he needs to do as much as he can. And because of those shock troopers, it means we're able to whittle down this force, but also my force is getting whittled down at the same time. So it does look like we'll be at break about even after this fight. And yeah, you can just see I've got pretty much nothing left. I'm just taking out those last few infantry. And yeah, I've literally got like, I'm going to have about one tank left at the end of it, and some Tesla troops. And you can see a Tanya going for my MiGs. So I think that was possibly maybe from yellow, or it could have been from blue actually. Maybe that's why his tanks were so still, because blue was sending his Tanya into my base, and now we can see yellow coming in from the other side. So I think this is going to be probably a good game for blue. At least he only managed to get my MiGs and not some of my other buildings. I guess I had a lot of Tesla throughout my base, so that helped me quite a bit. And we can see a crate there, but yeah, he's going to be out of the game. And yeah, at least I didn't get my economy was unguarded up there. So I'm just going to build a large power plant so I can get another Tesla up there. You can see my economy is doing extremely well at the moment, which is good. And yeah, we'll go and get that, see what that crate is. I guess it doesn't really matter too much if it was, because if it's extra money, I've got loads anyway. I've really stacking it up, and there's no point in building that many more buildings because I'm not going to get any extra building speed. But now we're going against those heavy tanks. We can see there's some Tesla in the back there, but I think he's low on power, which is why they're not firing. I think they were about to fire then, but then I took out that large power plant. So let's see how this goes. He sold one of those Tesla, but those Teslas still aren't firing, so he obviously needs more power. And I am losing that tank force, so I'm going to need to pull back and regroup. We can also see that yellow's base is growing at the top of the map, and there's another Tesla, another Tanya. And yeah, I wasn't able to get that Tesla. I forgot about that Tesla, which I was supposed to put down, and he's destroyed those ore refineries at the top there. However, I'm not exactly too bothered about that really, because my economy is doing so well. I've got 10k ore, so it's not really a big loss. I just need to be careful, and you can see that transport helicopter still looks like it's picking up more, so he's possibly going to drop another Tanya out somewhere. But fortunately, a lot of my base does have Tesla coils guarding it, so it's only going to be able to do limited amounts of damage. And we can see yellow now going into blue's base with some tanks, and now I'm tracking this helicopter just to see where it's going to go. And we can see there's already one down there, so I'm just going to destroy that. And I'm also building some flame towers because they're quite good against Tanyas also. And I've also got an extra MCV there, because I think he destroyed one of my other MCVs when he took out my airfields with my MiGs. And I'm just going to have a look and see, can I see where that helicopter has landed? But it doesn't look to be around at the moment. Yeah, we can see it going back there actually. I think he saw my tanks going and decided he'd take it back. But you can see there's a fight between yellow and blue, and it looks like blue might be out of the game very, very soon. And then it will be just me and yellow left. Yeah, we can see those blue heavy tanks. I think he's got like one Tesla coil left, possibly. So yeah, we'll just go and finish that off. And I'm going to be expanding to that ore patch once again with my just crawling with some power plants and building an ore refinery there. And now we're going to take out that Tesla coil if we can. You can see he's moving his heavy tanks there. I don't know if you saw my force coming in, but he already knows he's going to be out of the game. And yeah, I think I'm just letting him fight it actually. And yeah, I'm just having a look around and just make sure I get them built up. And yeah, we'll just get a bit of more map visibility. And you can see some turrets there from yellow. So he's built a lot of base defences there. We can see he's got a base in the top right. He's got a base like sort of like in the middle left, obviously there. And he'll also, I know he'll have a base in the top left as well. So now we're going for yellow because he's the biggest threat. And we'll go for that top right position. So we're just taking our tanks there, everything up there. You can see he's also got some Tanyas there. Maybe it was him with the Tanyas, I don't know. Maybe he could have been doing some Tanyas as well. But now we're going to go for the attack on yellow. And yeah, we've got some. We'll just take out those couple of tanks. Because he doesn't. Now, this was like quite a while ago, as I said. So he was Open was quite a new player at this point. Well, a very new player, so this isn't like what he'd play like now. I do actually have a video of some 1v1s with him a lot later on, so I will need to show them at some point to show what he's like now. But now we're getting in a fight. We've got some medium tanks there, so it's heavy versus mediums. Now, heavy tanks are a little bit stronger, of course, but they cost a little bit more and take a bit longer to build. We're managing to take them out right now. So he's losing those. I think he just hasn't realised I'm there. He's probably doing things on the left. And we'll just be taking out those few buildings. So just destroying that base there so he won't have that extra economy. So we'll manage to do that now. And you can see those ore trucks are going to be going back to his original base because they'll be going back to the ore refineries in that position. Now, I don't actually have that much big of an army, but I think that he lost quite a lot when he was fighting blue. And you can see my Tesla just killing, I think there was something from blue there. He's also bringing an ore truck, so I don't know if he's going to try and block my ore refineries with that, or whether he's just trying to get some map visibility to see what's going on. And now blue is officially out of the game. And we can see some stationary ore trucks here, so I don't know if blue was actually fighting him earlier and managed to destroy his ore refineries. And now we're going for the fight on yellow. We can see some more tanks here, and quite stationary, so what we're doing is we're trying to move our tanks around as much as possible. And we see some tanks coming into my base, and there's also Tanya going there as well. Fortunately, we managed to take it out with our Tesla coils, because we've got quite a few Tesla there, and I'm just trying to build lots of power plants now so those Tesla keep on firing, because those Tesla will do great damage to those light tanks especially, and they also do good damage to medium tanks as well. So I'm just making sure I get enough power so that those Tesla won't stop firing. And you can see them making short work of those tanks, and I don't think he really lost anything there at all, so that was a really good trade for me. And that was basically the end of the fight. Now, we did have a little chat actually later on, so what I'll do is I'll just wind it on to the end, because we just had a little talk for about 5 minutes. And this was a little bit later on at the end of the game, where I just took out the last of his buildings, which were in the middle left position. As I say, he's a lot more experienced now, and he is a top 100 quick match player, usually. And there you go, that was that. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.